time came for me to write my master's thesis. And then the idea came. I mean, this was God talking to me. And he said, look, write it on the survival of intermediaries / brokers in the digital age. And in me doing research for that, then I looked at, okay, how will intermediaries survive in this digital age?
Intermediaries are brokers.
Brokers, yes.
Yeah, between insurance and companies and clients.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how will they survive now in the age where now tech is taking over most of the distribution channels and communication? Then I just took a lot of the stuff that I was working on with Pi Living and I said, look, what if intermediaries were first movers in their space? So if they then went and built their own digital distribution models and makes them that more valuable to insurance companies.
Yeah.
Because the corporate wheels turn very slowly, especially when it comes to innovation.
Okay.
But for us on the ground, it's much easier. I come up with an idea today on how to sell something. We build it out, we test it out, and then we can take it to corporate and say, guys, we've worked this out. Can we plug into your system? Whereas with them, it needs to pass through the various board channels and everything. And this is what I learned when I was still overseas, because I had a job offer from Munich Re, which is the largest reinsurance company in the world. I had a job offer there to go work with them in the innovation lab. So, I mean, I've always known how to really innovate. So there's a trend there, you know, when we came up with the whole digital consulting thing and then picks up. So I've loved tech. So Entresure comes about.
So all those failures were also playing a role
Yeah.
in you coming up with the business that you are now falling in love with, which is Entresure.
Yeah.
So I hear you mentioning something you even did in varsity,
Yeah.
the digital business.
Yeah.
You're saying at that time when now you're formulating the idea for Entresure, that also played a role in you building that concept.
A big role. So it just makes you realize that sometimes, you know, you can think it was a failure, but it was just a building block towards what you are supposed to actually build. So as I was writing my thesis, man, I decided after presenting my thesis to the professors, I was like, you know what? There's something that they said while, we were doing the exit at school, where they said, whether you're going back to your home country or you're going to continue working, change the way that people see insurance. And then I was like, you know what? I've written an entire manual over how to build this particular business. What's stopping me from going home and just building this particular business?
Yeah, but what happened to the job offer?
Oh, yeah.
Now you've got this business that you formulated, and at the time, it's just a document.
Yeah.
It's a thesis, right? But now you've got a job offer that's going to pay you now. You've got two job offers, and they're offering you what, in euros?
Yeah, it was euros. So,
Yeah.
So
And as young as you are, I mean, at the time, you could have thought, when I earn in euros, when I go back to SA,
Yeah. Because, I mean, most of my friends that I met over there, they all moved some moved to Germany. So my two job offers, I was fortunate enough that they were in Munich, Germany.
In Germany, yeah.
So
in the insurance space.
In the insurance space. So the other one was from Allianz, which is the largest German insurance company and also one of the largest in the world.
Sure.
So these people saw the case studies that I'd been writing, you know. So I
Where do they see them?
So the school.
Okay.
Yeah. So remember, with the school, it's a specialist school. So you submit a whole lot of stuff and documents, and also there's projects that we worked on with inside our program. And these are real life. Obviously we signed NDAs. But these are some stuff are actually in practice now on the global scale.
And you guys came up with
stuff,
them.
Yeah.
See, like, I came up with the thing.
You know, so there's stuff that we did, case studies and stuff that we did for a lot of the funding companies that, obviously the 50% tuition you get from these corporate companies. So our school is funded by a variety of consortium businesses.
Is that where for them they breed talent?
Yes, they breed talent there and also continuously develop talent. So most
like Weber Wenzel wanting lawyers from vets.
Yes,
and funding
they fund vets and
vets law clinic. Yes. Okay.
So it's kind of that. So for them, it's kind of like a global school of excellence for that space.
For the insurance space.
For the insurance space.
Okay. Is it number one?
We're number 3 now. Our program is number 3 now.
in the world.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the number 3 rated masters in insurance and actuarial science in the world right now. When I was there, it was number 5. After our year, it moved to number 4. Last year was number 3. Yeah. And I think it's produced 26 series now. So they take about 32 to 35 people from all across the world. So I think it's in its 26th or 27th year.
Only 32 to 35. So you must be very smart to get into the program.
Yeah, or there must be something very special that you presented to them.
Yeah. Okay. So when you apply, you present something to them.
Yeah, man. You go through a string of interviews and tests and everything, especially coming from SA. Yeah. I mean, in SA, I know probably 3 or 4 insurance professionals who have went, and then a couple of other guys. I think maybe there's less than 15 of us in all the years who have gone.
So when you were applying, you were not just the boy from Zanin applying for a program.
No, not anymore.
Yeah. So because what I'm hearing is that because you had gone through the process of, you did the accounting and you worked in the insurance business and you even worked in retail and you've done something on the digital marketing space, all of those things were what you were presenting and giving to them for you to be able to be considered.
Yeah. I mean, we did also some case studies. I had built some insurance documentation, a couple of white papers on how the RAF can use blockchain to sort out a lot of their problems. I wrote that and I presented that to Munich 3. They took it, and that's part of the reason they gave me the job offer, is because of how I had structured that blockchain white paper for most of the RAF.
What's the white paper? Take us through.
So, I mean, a white paper is essentially like, I'd say, it's a guiding document on how something is going to work.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was a guiding document on how the RAF system that was going to run on the blockchain.
RAF is road accident.
Yeah. I wrote something based on the issues that I heard people complaining about. So for me, naturally, man, I listen to issues, the pain points, and I look at how can we unlock value in that. So that's what I love doing. I mean, I haven't been writing as much case studies as I used to now.
So you were writing that while you were in SA?
Yeah, while I was still in SA.
Who were you writing it for at the time? You were not in school.
I'm not gonna mention the.
But it was for a specific company. Or...
No. So it was me writing it to pitch to particular people who are then going to take it and pitch it to the fund in itself.
Right.
I was in discussion with.
You were seeing an opportunity.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I'll design this and sell this solution to this person who can sell it to someone else.
I ended up giving it out for free anyway, because I mean, it gave me recognition already in Munich. So for me, it was a win anyway. And I wasn't going to come and deal with all the bureaucracy yet.
So you wrote it while you were in
Italy? I finalized it in Italy.
So you started writing it, got into the program, did your master's degree?
Yeah. So I finished it 2 months into my master's degree. Yeah. That's why I gave it them at the school to put in the pack also.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then when you got the opportunity now from the corporate companies, the 2 corporate companies that wanted to hire you, what did each of you want to hire you for at the time?
So Munich 3 needed me in the innovation lab. So I was going to be working with the head of innovations there. I was going to be part of his team. It's about a team of 8. They've worked on some amazing stuff, man. You know the company Lemonade?
Lemonade?
Yeah, it's an American insurtech company. So they worked on the back-end rating systems for Lemonade.
You know, at the moment I thought the drink, but I'm like, there's no way he's talking about the drink. Yeah.
So, no, not, man. What's that American one called? I keep forgetting their name.
Yeah.
They do housing.
Housing insurance.
Lemonade, is it Lemonade? Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm confusing it with Granadilla. Granadilla was a South African corporate one that they did. Yeah, it's Lemonade. So they had worked on that, on the rating system in the back. So the rating system is what powers your pricing.
Sure.
So when you then say, I'm in Waterfall, this is the type of house, then it goes, here's the rate, 500 for this building. So now they were going to take it a step further and work on on another rating system that's based on geospatial locationing. So essentially, with most of the buildings, you'll get people wanting to come do surveys and everything. So now they were trying to figure out a way to make use of satellite data to then assess any building in any part of the world while they're sitting in Germany.